Hello and welcome to the Matthew Alton Art channel again. It's time for some more sketchbook practice. I thought I'd do some portraits, and I was inspired to do this portrait by watching a British TV programme called Shetland, and in that show one of the actresses, Ellie Haddington, is playing an old lady with dementia, and having been through dementia in my family several times, I'm aware of how harrowing that is for the people around them. And I can't help but be inspired when people who are acting characters with dementia do it really well. So I thought I would take some screen captures of this TV show and use those to perhaps do a series of work inspired by dementia. This is the first one. In my sketchbook, you can see that I'm using pencil, mechanical pencil here, as I often do. It's got a soft lead in it so that I can get dark darks as well as lighter colours by being more subtle with it. The actress in question is Ellie Haddington, and I think she did a fantastic job of representing this lady with dementia. And I find it quite emotive and inspiring. So I've started with the top of the head as often, and I'm working down the features. It's in a small A5 sketchbook. The sketchbook is now getting quite full of work that I actually quite like. I think as an artist who's trying to improve, those of you who don't know me, I'm an artist who's been documenting my journey to improvement on YouTube for the last 2.5 years, I think, something like that. And I am getting better, I'm getting faster. But I think it's important as an artist to sketch as often as you can, and that's why I've been trying to do it as often as possible. There's no way to shortcut becoming a good artist other than practice, 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 practice. I'm getting better at likeness with portraits. I'm not historically a portraitist, really, but I find people fascinating, and I'm trying to get better at that over time. Interestingly, I posted the finished drawing on Facebook, and somebody recognised the actress from a different television show. So that was really exciting for me, and that I must be getting better at likeness if the actress was recognisable from somebody not watching Shetland but from a different show. It's not a perfect likeness by any means, but it's fairly good from my point of view. It's a bit caricatured in a way. She does have a very big nose anyway, and quite a big mouth and big chin, but I've perhaps exaggerated that slightly in my drawing. Those of you who've seen Shetland, perhaps you remember the scenes with this actress playing this lady called Lana, and you can maybe comment whether you think it's a good likeness or not. You can just see that I'm using a putty rubber there to draw out some of the lighter hair on the right of the figure. The light's coming from the left on this scene that I've captured. I don't know if anybody has actually used television programmes for getting references for drawing from sort of life in effect. But it's a really good way of getting references because, of course, often there's dramatic lighting and stuff on the television sets. And that makes it easier to draw in a way, rather than having flat light sometimes in photographs. You can get some really good dramatic lighting. If you can't watch the television program on your computer and do a screen capture, then just taking a photograph of it on your TV can sometimes work. Sometimes dulls the tones down a little bit or desaturates the tones, but I'd recommend it as a way of getting references for drawing practice. The whole drawing took about, I think 50 minutes, something like that, to do. And I ended up being quite pleased with it, really. You can see that I'm coming towards the final stages. You can also see that I'm using my electric eraser there just to erase some of the strands of hair. It's a bit of a to and fro, this, between lightening things up and darkening things down. And lightening things up, you use a rubber, and darkening things down, you can use the pencil. Especially when you've got a soft lead in there, you can get quite darks with it. Overall, actually, I think there aren't enough darks in this drawing, if I'm being critical of it. I'm deciding to call this series Stolen Memories, as you can see, and this is the first one, so it's Stolen Memories 1. Not perfect, but I'm learning, as I said right at the beginning of this video, and every drawing that I do is a learning curve, really, and hopefully will improve the next one that I do. Just slight tinkerings at the end here, just to improve it. Well, this is the final drawing. As I said, the likeness isn't too bad because somebody recognised it on Facebook from a different TV show which the actress has been in. Ellie Haddington has been in Foyle's War, I think they said that she's been in as well. Well, as I said, I'm overall quite pleased with it. Thank you for watching the video if you've got this far. Hopefully by watching my process videos, if you're an artist yourself or wanting to improve yourself, you can see how I do it and how I'm improving over time. And it gives you some tips. I don't know the right way of doing things necessarily, but it's the way that I do it. And sometimes by watching other people, you can learn new things that you haven't thought about. Okay, well, if you've enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. Thank you. And if you are new here, then do subscribe. That will really help the channel. And I will see you on the next one. Bye.